What up, people of the world? Special Caesar here coming at you with more sweet video game action. Welcome to Banners of Ruin. This is a deck building turn-based roguelike in which you control a group of animals who I think are trying to escape a city or something. I'm not really sure. This is an entirely blind playthrough. As you can probably tell, I know absolutely nothing about the game. It's just come out of early access on Steam, so I figured I'd download it and check it out, share it with you guys, see if it was worth playing. We're going to start a new game, just dive straight in. Ooh, hello, we've got a bear and a mouse here. New campaign, randomize all, play tutorial, begin campaign. Mice have talents and passives focusing on multi-strike attacks. Bears have talents and passives focusing on high upfront damage. Oh, so you can go for what you want. Okay, so you can go for 2 bears or 2 mice. We'll go with a mouse and a bear since that's what you start with. What's this? Is this just how they look? No, it randomizes which one you get. Should we go for 2 bears? I like the idea of having 2 bears. Now we'll go for a mouse and a bear. We're going to play the tutorial because I've got no idea what I'm doing. And I am entirely new to deck building games as well. This is the first card game I've ever played. Well, I played Immortal Realms Vampire. I suppose that counts because there were cards on the campaign map, but that was more of a strategy game in battle. Anyway, Banners of Ruin. The Blackfoots have been dealt a mighty blow by the fearsome House Ender. Landon seeks his revenge. You and others loyal to the cause have been tasked with bringing the great city of Dawn's Point to its knees, but the odds are against you. Party information. This hotbar displays the number of cards in your deck, the number of members in your party, and the florins you have in your possession. Okay. View your deck. Try clicking the deck icon, which I guess is that. Your deck. These are all the cards you'll take into combat with you. This includes any cards your characters are carrying. If they die, the cards go too. Oh, blimey, okay. So you don't want characters to die, obviously, for some reason. That's just out of the ordinary, isn't it? View your party. By clicking the party icon, go to the party screen and view your characters. Here you can see all the characters in your party. It's a small party for now, and you're in bad shape. Try selecting your character. In this view, you can see all of the cards the character has equipped. This character has Crude Hatchet equipped as their primary weapon card. I see, so he's got a crude hatchet. Okay. Crude hatchet is a one-handed axe, as indicated by the top right of the card. Axe, yeah. The secondary slot is free and could take another one-handed weapon cards. Oh, okay. Two-handed weapons, great swords, great axes, bows, crossbows, etc. take up both the weapon slots. Right, okay. Street lanes. Your campaign will take place across several streets, each with an elite enemy at its end. Each lane in the street leads to a service. Once you're done with a service and fight the elite, you'll move on to the next street. It looks like some guards are in your way. The cards on the left and right have counters. After selecting a card, any counters on the remaining cards will tick down. When they reach 0, they'll be removed from the street. Okay, heal up. Your character's badly hurt. You should take the herbal remedy and heal up if you're going to survive the next fight. Herbal remedy. Heal party to 100%. The last remaining Blackfoot brew you brought with you is leaking, but the foul liquid will still work its magic. Let's go for that then. Party heal to 100%. You need to regroup with your enter combat. You need to regroup with your companion, who must be somewhere in the center lane. You'll have to resolve that combat to see what's further down the street. Tunnel walls, yeah. 2 guards block the path, and to your companion, you'll have to go through them. Okay. Vitality armor. Vitality is a character's health. If this reaches 0, the character will die and be removed from your party. Vitality persists across combats. Oh blimey, that's interesting. Defense is granted by a character's armor and blocks damage. This is applied at the start of each combat. Better armor can be acquired later in the game. Stamina will. All your characters have a stamina left and will right stat. Okay. Stamina replenishes to its max value each turn. Will does not. Cards cost stamina and will to play. A character can only play a card if they have enough of each stat. Okay. Enemies come in all shapes and sizes. They have vitality and defense just like you, but use a range of abilities. You can see what the enemy will do on their turn by looking at their intent. Where's their intent? Is that it? No. That must be it. This must be its intent. Safety in numbers, deals 8 damage and applies something. It applies safety in numbers. Safety numbers on turn start. If this character has 3 or more allies, their defense is raised to 10. Okay. These enemies intend to attack you for 8 damage each. You can see who is the enemy targeted by hovering them. Their target will be outlined in red. Okay. Enemies attack in the order of their position. These enemies are both in the front rank, but you'll encounter others on the back rank too. Weapon cards can only be played by the character wielding that weapon. The symbol on the top of the card matches the character's symbol. I see, okay. Try using crude hatchet to attack the enemy. Yeah, attack him. Okay. Status effects. Your character gains charge. Charge is a status effect. Statuses can trigger at various points in combat. You can hover a status to see what it does. Charge increases the damage of your next attack. Charge. The next time this character attacks or for every attack in a multi-attack, the damage is increased by the stacks of charges then removed. By the stacks of. So however many you got, so it increases by damage by 2 basically. Okay, that's quite good. Multi-attack. Some cards deal several attacks at once, such as Rush, which deals 1 damage 3 times. With multi-attacks, charges applied to each attack in the chain. Try using it on an enemy. Yeah, so you want to use Rush now. This is charge. Yeah, nice. No mercy. You've showed them you're out of stamina, but one of your cards costs 0 to play. Time to use it. No mercy. Deal 6 damage to the opponent with the lowest vitality. You can't play any more cards, so you should end your turn. At the end of your turn, all cards in your hand go to the discard pile. At the start of your next turn, you will draw cards to your hand from your draw pile. If there aren't enough cards in your draw pile, the discard pile is shuffled into your draw pile, and you continue drawing from there. Okay. You just hit me in the face, the blighter. Finish him. The enemy's planning to do you more damage. We best stop that. Use sharpened steel to finish them off. Deal weapon damage and apply 4 bleed. Yeah, deal it. Combat rewards. At the end of combat, your party is rewarded with XP that is split between characters. You may also find some florins and a choice of 1 card to add to your deck. Pick a card you like to add, but you don't have to. Okay. Pierce, that looks quite cool. Oh, type formation. I like that. Each character in your rank gains 8 armor. So we're going to go for the armor. Level ups. Your character leveled up. When a character levels up, you can choose to give them an extra point in stamina or will. They'll also unlock another either a talent or a passive ability. Okay, so how do I do that? Passives are status effects that are pre-applied to a character each combat and can't be removed. Talents are cards unique to that character that only they can play, just like weapon cards. Go ahead and select your character and choose your rewards. My reward for leveling up. Upgrade stamina or will. I'm going to go for stamina. Seems like you need a lot more stamina than you need will by the looks of things. Looking at those card numbers. You don't need 0 will for most of them and 1 to 2 stamina I've seen so far, so I should get another talent. Oh, Rising Storm. Lose all stamina and gain twice that amount in charge. That seems really good. If you can buff your talents up, your stamina really high to like 6 or 7, you'll get like 14 charge and then just do like a massive damage power attack. Especially if you stab multiple times. I'm going to go with talent though. This Eager Strike even. We'll go for Rising Storm later. We're going to go for Eager Strike now because it's another damage dealer. Not that this matters actually because this is a tutorial, so I don't know why I'm considering it. Victoria! Congratulations, you emerge victorious, revealing your companion. Select an old friend to add them to your party. Any cards he's carrying will be added to your deck. Your companion dusts himself off, having just finished a brawl of his own. Time to regroup. +1 party member. Oh, it's a bear. But then we get ambushed! Oh no, you've been ambushed. Ambush blocks all the remaining lanes. Resolving any one of these cards removes them all. So I guess we'll counterattack the bunny rabbit. Because he looks the weakest. Enemy ranks. Enemies on different ranks attack on alternating turns. When the next rank to attack is indicated by the red bar at their feet. Right. If you kill all enemies on the active rank, the opponent's turn is skipped. Multiple characters. Cards are played by the active character. Cards can only be played if this character has enough stamina and will. Weapon and talent cards can only be played by their wielders. Cards in your hand are highlighted if they can be played by the active character. Yeah, obviously. Select your companion. Try changing the active character to your companion by selecting the bear. Great, now that your companion is selected, you can play their weapon cards. They have a sparring sword equipped. This sword attacks an extra rank, an entire rank, I see. Try attacking an opponent on the active rank. That's the front rank, yes, you get that. Sparring sword, 8 damage, attacks all targets on rank. Yeah, do it. Incoming! Whoa, look at that damage. But wait, if you hover the 2 front enemies, you'll see they both intend to attack your bear. That's going to be a lot of damage. Some cards will apply an extra defense, but an even better option will be to evade the attacks altogether. Okay. Targeted intent. When you hover an enemy, any targets they intend to attack are highlighted, but an icon also appears in the center of the screen, indicating how they're targeting you. Okay. This icon means they'll attack the frontmost character in the indicated lane, and is the most common type you'll see from enemies using melee weapons. Fortunately, this means this type of attack can be evaded, by moving to another lane or by moving a character behind another. Just make sure the front character can soak up the damage. Withdraw. What a stroke of luck. You've drawn Withdraw, which lets you move a character to another position. This will consume your bear's single point of will for this combat, but avoids them from taking significant damage. Play Withdraw and move your bear to another lane. Moving back here. Switch characters, fantastic. Now your bear is safe, but they're out of stamina, so you should switch back to your mouse to play more cards. Okay. We have Rush in our hand, but without any charge, it doesn't deal very much damage. Thankfully, mice have another trick up their sleeve. Race abilities. Each race of animals has their own ability, unique to them, which can be used at any time in combat by spending one will point. Okay. You can hover the ability button to see a description, or view from there. You can hover the ability button to see a description, I see, or view them all from the main menu unlock screen. The mouse ability reduces an opponent's stacks of charge and fury. Look out for that later in the game, but also gains your character 3 charge for every hit in the attack. Click the ability button at the top of the screen to activate it. For each hit in your next attack, gain 3 and remove. Okay, so you do that and then you use Rush, right? Strike. Now you could either play Rush or Strike. Each leads to a significantly different outcome. Try playing Strike against one of the front enemies. This will only trigger your ability once, but sets you up with more charge for Rush. Both the same, right? So let's just go for that. Fantastic. Now Rush will deal a total of 12 damage to its target. It would be a waste of damage to attack the remaining front opponents, so play Rush against the rear enemy instead. Neither of your characters can play any more cards. It's time to end your turn. Finish them. Play your remaining attacks to finish all the enemies off. Okay. You can do that to them to finish him off. No mercy to the opponent with the lowest vitality, do that as well. And then 2 sharpened steel, deal weapon damage, applies 4 bleeding, do that. You emerge victorious after 3 rounds. What's the prize? Florins, and you gain a card. Brace is gain, whatever this is, anticipation. The next incoming damage to this character is reduced to 0. That's cool. Increases the stamina cost of this card by 1 this combat. Cool. Tensions. Apply 3 marks to target enemy rank. If there is more than 1 race or on rank, apply Overwhelm as well. So marks. When this character dies, stacks of vulnerable equal to marks are applied to members of their party. Ticks down by 1 each turn. So you get 3 of them. 3 stacks. This character receives 25% more damage from attacks. So if they got 3 stacks of vulnerable, they take 75% more damage. That's really cool. Members of their party. Overwhelm. For every stack of Overwhelm, this character receives 25% more damage from attacks. Okay, so basically just to start doing tons and loads more damage to them. Well rested, remove all winded. Next winded is then next turn lose 1 stamina for every stack of winded when winded is removed. Then winded is removed, okay. So it removes all winded. For every stack removed, gain 3 restoration. On turn, any character gains vitality for every stack of restoration. So basically, if you're winded, you apply well rested, and that gives you healing. So do you want healing or damage? Let's go with damage. Victory! Congratulations, you have completed the tutorial. From here, in a typical run, you would either enter the city to continue your foray into the streets of Dawn's Point. It's time to wage war against House Ender. Cool. Okay, so I now know how to play Banners of Ruin. In which case, let's begin the campaign. We're going to go with the bear and a mouse because that's what it recommends to begin. Okay, so we've got a gift. A shifty-looking Blackfoot scurries towards you, warning of danger ahead. He can offer you some funds, but needs to leave fast. So 250 florins, or increase a character's statistics, or a small wooden hideaway discreetly obscured by a fruit wagon. Your brothers have offloaded their unneeded wares here. We don't have any unneeded wares at the moment. Let's go with this. Let's go increase character stats. Choose a character to gain 1 stamina. Cool. We want the bear to have loads of stamina, don't we? We want the mouse to have loads of will, I suppose. Not really sure. Let's give it to the bear. Forgotten tunnel. We got 2 tunnel walls blocking us. Raucous laughter echoes down a dark, damp tunnel. The enders won't suspect a thing. Enter combat. You emerge from the black and find yourself in one of the guard bunks. Where the devils did you come from? You can't be in here. Yes, I can. So basically just drops you in it and just like says, okay, off you go. Which I quite like. They're both going to attack the mouse. Only he can play that, so you're going to play round shield. Then it applies 5 to an ally. Okay, so the bear's going to take that. The bear can use that. Deals 6 damage if character is front rank plus 4 damage. And then do that, and that will kill him. And then you can't afford to do sure footing, so just take the attack, but you should have enough armor to defend against it. Yeah, you did. Good. And then we just sharpen steel and finish him off. Bunch of florins. Yeah, see, 144 florins. So that each battle you get about 150 florins. That gift at the start for 250 florins wasn't actually that valuable. Because that's just like, what, 1 battle, 2 battles? You do battles all the time. Gain a card. I like No Mercy. Enter the city. A small hatchway leads to a damp, dark chamber behind the city wall for House Blackfoot. You open the hatch and enter the city. Foes block your path. You can't move this way without a fight. Take their blood for Landon. It's the same anywhere. So let's go with combat. Let's go with the middle one. Okay, so we got he's going to attack the bear, he's going to attack the bear, and he's going to attack the bear. All three of them are coming in to attack the bear. So the bear, you need solid footing. Character gains pacified. Character cannot play cards, takes down by 1 each turn. So you want to play that at the end. Kick, select a target. If position behind them is vacant, movement, select it. That was a really bad draw. Okay, so the bear's going to get guard to put his defense up, and then solid footing. He can strike there first, and then he can get solid footing. And that's it. I don't see what benefit there would be to kicking the target back. Oh, it would stop the attack. Kick him back, that'll stop the attack coming in this turn. Now just these two will attack. And then it will give us a chance to attack them and kill him. Right, the bear can use Vanguard on him to finish him off. You can use that will and then strike him. And then use Rush on him to finish him off. Almost finish him off. And you can finish him off. And then you're not attacking, so the bear can guard as well. Now the back rank goes, but there's no one on it, so it's back to our turn. We get armor and we can no mercy him because it's free. And hatchet. Finish him off. 94 florins and gain a card. Field dressing, remove all bleed on an ally, applies 5 armor. That seems like that would be really useful if we have a bleed at any point. Natural selection, if target opponent has more health than active character, draw a card. If less health, discard a card. Deal weapon damage and apply 1 overwhelm if dual wielding an extra overwhelm. No, I like the field dressing idea. I like the idea of being able to heal. Your attention turns to the clatter of heavy steel on several armored men cross your path. Their sly helmet, muffled voices hurl insults at the common folk as they move through the crowds. The way looks clear, or does it? Enter elite combat. Enter combat. Discard from each other lane. Oh, if you're in luck, if you're quick, you can duck away and avoid any suspicious guards. You probably get some weird looks from other folks. Yeah, let's do that. Let's hide. Doggedness. It's not about how hard you can hit, it's about how hard you can get hit and get back up. Start your next combat with 15 armor. That could be good. Discards a random combat. What? Another pair of Blackfoots move onwards through the streets. You recognize them from the Black Church. They'll deal with any trouble you'd rather not. So that gets rid of 1 combat. And then cultist wares. A group of shady occultists are gathered around some torches, humming and droning an unsettling tune. Buy cards. We've only got 238 florins, so I don't think buying would be a good idea. Discards a random combat could be useful. But we want the combat. We want as much combat as possible because that'll make us stronger. We'll level up faster. So actually I don't want that. We just want extra armor for the next fight, I'd say. So we gain doggedness. Yeah. Then we got combat. That said, actually, field dressing only is useful. Oh no, it just applies 5 armor, doesn't it? So it's just an extra armor buff. So that could be useful regardless. Solid footing, hatchet damage. What are they going for? They're both going for the one's going for the mouse. So if the mouse has got 29 armor. So if the mouse does this, yeah. Go for the one that's going for the mouse. And then go for that. Oh, it's 2. So it'll take 12 damage, so I don't have enough damage to kill him. You can attack anyway, and then do solid footing, and you can do guard. Bloody mice. Okay, well that's a long sword attack, so that'll kill him off anyway. Yeah, you do this, then strike, then rush. Victory! Gain of cards. Draw a card and gain something. Vigor. Next time this character loses stamina, it is refunded and vigor is removed. Okay, cool. Swap positions with a target party member. Precision. This character's next attack deals damage to vitality. Half the damage dealt is applied as bleed. That could be really good, actually. I'm gonna go with precision. 2 characters leveled up. Okay, so the bear, let's give him another stamina. And then what do we have here? Pulverize, deal weapon damage plus 5. Ooh, nice. If this breaks the target's defense, deal weapon damage again. And gain 2 winded. Okay, so it tires you out. This character gains half of their defense as power. As charge even, all opponents gain one rage, and then banish as well. Whenever this character deals damage, that damage is doubled. Blimey. Banishing a card moves to the banish pile, where it will stay for the remainder of combat. Half their defense. So basically, if you've got a really high defense, you gain half of it as charge, and then you just go killing everything. I don't like that. Yeah, we're not powerful enough to utilize it properly. Spiteful. If this character has no armor, deal 5 damage and apply 3 bleed to opponent's rank. There's no armor. Deal 5 damage. No, I'd rather have this. Especially if we double it up with that healing card, with that well-rested card. If we get the well-rested card, that would be really good for him. He's only wearing light armor. I wish we had some better armor for him. How do you go back? Escape. And then the mouse. He needs more stamina as well already. Outnumbered. Deal weapon damage if opponent has no allies on rank. Deal weapon damage twice more. So deal weapon damage. If opponent has no allies on rank, deal weapon damage twice more. So basically, if they're on their own on the rank, you use this and you do 3 times the weapon damage. Interesting. Exertion. Pick 1 card from your discard to move to hand. Gain exertion. The next card this character plays is banished. Deal 6 times. Or we do 6 times 2 damage and select another ally, they gain 1 stamina. I quite like talent. Actually, that's really powerful, dealing 3 times weapon damage to a creature that's by itself, so we're going to do that. Got a large cloud blocking us, a throng of people gather in front of the market stalls, their packs like sardines, bustling to make a trade. You won't be getting through them. You bastards, get out of my way. Merchant in trouble. Merchant in trouble. You are seeing a couple of brutish thugs shaking down a merchant. Investigate. Spawns drunken guards. Off-duty guards. These silly louts reek of booze and other wicked activities. Leave them to their devices and they'll probably pass out, but you could brush with them aside if needed. Now let's help the merchant in trouble. You are seeing a merchant during a shakedown with some thugs. There doesn't seem to be any guards around. Loot. Take some goods while he's distracted. 250 florins. Defend the merchant. Honor. Choose a skill. Yeah, we're going to defend the merchant. We're both full health. Merchant. You approach the scene and address the thugs, brandishing your steel. If you're looking for trouble, you found it. It doesn't take them long to excuse themselves. Thank you, strangers. I've never seen those brutes before. Where are those sodding guards when you need them? I tell you, please take something from my wares. Oh, cool. We just got an item. We just got another card. Akimbo, deal weapon damage if dual wielding. Attack twice more. That's so cool if you're dual wielding. Invigorating blow. Deal 8 damage if final damage dealt is 13 or more. Gain 2 stamina and 4 restoration. Yellow powder. Deal 5 damage to the rank and apply crippled. Whenever this character moves, they take damage equal to the stacks of crippled. That's not so great. Invigorating blow, I think, will be good. So they become drunken guards now, right? Search party? Why is there a search party out? They've stumbled across you, one of them figured you out and alerted the others. Oh man, okay. Apparently there's a search party out after us. See, if you had kick here, you could kick them back and then use outnumbered. He's going to attack both of us. He's going to attack both of us. And he's going to attack the mouse. So I suggest the bear does pulverize. On him. The mouse uses a skill. Uses outnumbered on him to finish him off and gain the buff. And then rush on one of these guys, presumably him on the lowest, to try and finish him off. No, rush won't finish him off. We're going to save it. They're both going to do 5 damage and 5 damage. So the bear needs... That's 10 damage. The bear needs to guard. That's 11 damage and that's 14 damage. Yeah, so he'll survive it, so he can do this. And he might as well play sure footing. And turn. Now we get kick. So he's going to do 12 damage to the mouse and he's going to do 12 damage to the mouse. Okay, so the mouse needs to guard. And field dress to get his armor up. where it needs to be. And then the bear's going to kick him back. So he's not going to attack. And then they're both going to attack this guy. Just because they've got nothing else they can do. But we should be okay. Okay, he's going to attack the mouse. He's not going to do anything. So he's going to do 12 damage to the mouse. So the mouse needs to... Let's see if this character's next attack deals damage to both half the damage. It's applied as bleed. The bear can do that to him, that finishes him off. Then the mouse is the next person getting attacked, right? Yeah. So the mouse can guard. We'll do no mercy. And then... Oh, I should have done that first. Play momentum and discard that. Should have done that first before attacking, whatever. He's gonna do 12 damage to me, which is 5 damage to my health. Didn't have enough armor, that's annoying. Who's he attacking? The mouse. So he should die to bleed now, but just in case he doesn't, you can round shield up and do it to him. But he should just die to bleed. Yeah, there you go. Cool. Job done. Gain a card. I've already got field dressing. Oh, nice. Deadly Thrill. I like that. Deal 10 damage if the target dies, gain 2 stamina. Nice. Oh man, we got a checkpoint. That can't be good. The Enders blockade the street. Security seems to be tighter with the unrest. There's no getting around this. The motions of the crowd press you forward. So we have to battle. What does 11 mean? 14. 11. Oh, that's how many cards are left in the past. Let's go with this one because that delays our finish line for as long as possible. These aren't common guards. Their disdainful gaze hovers over all who approach. They won't stand for any funny business. Oh dear. Yeah, oh dear, oh dear. Can we kill this guy? Don't think we can. He's attacking the bear there. He's attacking 8, so he'll be fine. 8 and 8, so he'll get 16 damage. So the bear needs to do stand, solid footing. But that's 2. He's got 3 more cards to play. So do vanguard to him. Invigorating blow. It's free. You do deadly thrill to gain 2 stamina. Well, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't matter if you get 2 stamina or not. Because stamina doesn't roll over like it does. You get it all back. vulnerable. You pricks. So both going for the mouse. The mouse can defend. We're going to play No Mercy. So if we withdraw him to there, does that mean they don't attack him this turn? Let's find out. Or do they just attack the bear? I'm assuming they just attack the bear instead. Oh no, they do attack him. How did moving him... The tutorial was talking about moving him to the back row to stop him from getting attacked or something. What was that about? Oh, now we get kick. Fucking magic. Right, you can longsword. And then strike. And then sharpen steel then. You should die. Yeah. And then you'll go into momentum. Get rid of kick. Get charge. I'm just going to end turn. He should bleed to death. And then he shouldn't get through our armor. Yeah. Right, you can pulverize, definitely. Pulverizer! Maybe he has to be in the front row to do that. Successful. That's what matters. Deep strike. Deal 5 damage if opponent is in back rank. Deal 4 damage. Deal 5 damage if opponent is in back rank. Deal 4 damage. Plus 4 damage per character's level. Whoa, that could be quite powerful. Sharpen steel. Deal weapon damage. We've already got one of those. And sunder. Deal 5 damage to armor for every 2 stacks of vulnerable on opponent. Deal an additional 15 damage to armor. Well, that's all well and good, but we don't have any vulnerable. We don't have anything that puts vulnerable on them, so we're going to go for deep strike. Okay, so we got brawlers, a group of bears, each wide as a barrel, spar within a makeshift wrestling pit. Their defensive stances are remarkable. So you can buy cards. We've only got 585 florins though. Blackfoot contact, a cloaked figure emerges from an alleyway. They reveal a crow's foot, brooch under their lapel, the swig of the good stuff. We don't really need to heal, so that would be a waste. Drunken guards, a fine opportunity to fleece these idiots for every penny on them. They'll face worse when they're disciplined. Yeah, let's do that. Rather than pay, I'd much rather go 300 florins, get 800 florins, and then we'll buy stuff next time. We'll buy armor or something with it when we get a chance. So we're going to fleece the drunken guards. Oh, you can still heal as well. That's cool. Crossroads. The street branches in front of you. Will be difficult to come back through the bustling crowd. Clear street to this depth. Well, let's heal. We might as well take an opportunity to heal, right? Yeah, let's heal. Blackfoot contact. A Blackfoot weasel brandishes this arsenal of foul-looking concoctions under his cloak. These beauties are for some Ender cold cloaks, but it looks like you could use some for this, for the pain that is. Use some of this for the pain that is. He hands you a familiar-looking bottle, carefully armoured with fine crafted leather. It's my last bottle. Select the character to heal. Well, it's going to be you, isn't it? Because you're the only one who's taking damage. It tastes foul enough that you wonder if he really did just poison you. Offering thanks, you look up to find him already vanished. Yeah, so we just got a free heal basically out of that. Cool. Now we go to crossroads, it clears that to 9. Okay, now we go all the way to... Now they're all on 8, yeah. What's this? What does that mean? This is like a skull symbol. I think we should avoid the skull, that might be an idea. So let's go here.